Hey friends, Malika here from Malika Semper Astrology, and we have my favorite moon phase coming in, my favorite moon cycle. We have the new moon approaching, which we can probably feel at this point because it is a couple days away from when I'm recording this. So, Monday, September 2nd, we have a new moon in Virgo coming in. So, we're going to be under a double Virgo sky. So, the archetype, the lessons, the essence of Virgo is really going to be potent starting out this week. 11 degrees of Virgo. So first things first, I want you guys to look in your charts, your natal chart, and find where 11 degrees of Virgo is. That house, that area of life is what's going to be affected by this particular new moon. This is where new beginnings are possible, new seeds are being planted during this time, okay? So the sun and the moon, they come together during a new moon, and this is going to happen at 6:56 p.m. Pacific time, September 2nd. So what happens when we're under a double Virgo sky? What is the energy that we can flow with and use to our advantage and take advantage of before it passes us by? So Virgo asks us to redefine our life and get really clear and really precise with the details and the fine little details of our life, right? Our daily rhythms, our work life is also highlighted under this, especially if this new moon falls in your sixth house. Um, it's a time to really focus in on what isn't working, what feels chaotic, what feels messy, and come to it and really create a system, a structure, or a format with that. We're here to fix something or be in service to something under this double Virgo sky in our own life, right? So we start with ourselves first. Hopefully, that is the lesson here, starting with yourself first. And again, look to see what house this falls in because that's going to give you clues, what needs a little bit of refining, assessing, what needs a little bit of structure under it, okay? This particular new moon is also receiving an opposition from Saturn. So this is a little bit tricky with an opposition from Saturn. Saturn is our karmic lessons this lifetime. And so this particular moon, whatever is surfacing during this new moon can feel particularly karmic, fated, destined. Saturn is also our biggest teacher. He is the master teacher of all the planets, right? So some sort of lessons are trying to come into. And if we are mindful and aware and really listening to what those lessons might be, we can really work with these under a double Virgo sky and help ourselves just get more clear. Saturn in opposition also brings something in from the outside. So something externally in our world can show up right on our plate, right in our lap, and we have to show up to the challenge, show up for the challenge, and we have to do something with it. Something practical, something logical. Saturn is asking of us to step up into, okay, or to step up for. Now, if we pull from the Saturnian energy, we can find our strength, our determination, and our discipline to step up to the plate and get the work done. It's a very sort of worky new moon, if you will. Virgo loves productive work and just productivity in general, being useful, doing something with their time and their day that feels constructive. And Saturn comes in and says, get up off your butt and do something today, something that is going to be beneficial for your long-term future. So anything that gets started under this Virgo new moon also has the potential to be long lasting because Saturn is in the mix. Saturn is definitely not the main character because the moon is the main character, but he's second runner up, okay, in this movie on Monday. And so we want to honor Saturn and show up and do that productive, logical work. Okay, that's showing up in our lives. Again, look to see what house 11 degrees of Virgo lands in, and that's going to give you clues as to how to work with this particular new moon. The other thing with new moons, it's a very magical time. It's very dark, right? The moon is just a tiny sliver in the sky. And so we turn inward. We come back home. We bring light to ourselves instead of the light of the moon, right? And so it can be a very introspective time, an introverted time. Virgo in itself is an introverted sign. And so we're going inward and we're doing the work within. Okay. That's part of the Virgo theme. So enjoy this new moon. It's a sweet energy. It's a chance to start a new 28-day cycle. Okay. And when we work with this, the energy that's being presented, our life tends to run a little more smoothly. So enjoy this new moon, and I will be back again.